Good morning. I woke up at 6 a.m. this morning for the first time in a very, very long time, and it doesn't feel that bad. So that is good. I got an early start to the day. We are going to be doing more Corvette things today. I have to finish gutting that car today. I got most of it done in the last video. It was a full day of work, and hopefully I can finish the job today because we are painting that car in like 48 hours. My new engine from Texas Speed is being shipped to the compound today, and I have a G-Force GSR that is coming over here as well for that car. So we gotta go. It is game time, and I got a lot of work to do. That is what's on the agenda for today. Cricket from Drift HQ will be coming over to look at making some block off plates for the firewall. There's a lot going on. Before I leave the house though, I wanted to show you guys how genuinely stoked Pete gets for clothes. It's finally like cold here in Florida, and Pete is just always freezing. So now I can put his clothes back on him. Watch this. Pete, do you want a shirt? Do you want some clothes? Is this your favorite thing ever? Yes, do you want to get dressed up? Come here. Oh, I know you're so cold. Bro, he loves them. He loves them. When we used to live in San Francisco, I would maybe put him in a different outfit every day. Yep, I was one of those girls. Riley, on the other hand, hates clothes, but I still put them on her so that she's warm. Pete, come here. Come here. Here you go. He'll put his head in here. There you go. Oh, good boy. It is so cute. Go. Oh, is that so much better? Is that so much better? Do you want this one too? Yes? Good boy! Good boy! This is the final look, y'all. This is it. Versus watch Riley. Riley? Riley, do you want some clothes on? Riley? Pete's like, I'll have another one. And then this is Riley's final look. Riley hates it. She's not a fan. All right, that is it. I had to show you guys. No one believes me. When I used to dress Pete up all the time, no one would believe me that he actually loves clothes so much. Bye, babies. I see you later. Okay, now we go. I'm not gonna be lazy this morning and drive over. I usually do. I'm gonna walk this morning, but y'all haven't seen the Veloster in a minute. Here she is, you guys. Looking just as pretty as ever. Once I get this Corvette gutted and painted this week, I can then start working on the Veloster. I have so many parts that showed up. I have a bunch of carbon fiber parts that showed up, and even new wheels, so that will be coming up very shortly. I know I keep getting comments asking about that car, so after the Corvette is painted, because we're on a timeline, I'll be working on the Veloster next this week. All right, here's the Corvette. This is exactly how I left her in the last video. Today, still need to work on getting the whole column assembly out, brake booster out, and everything under here. I went to Chris from Drift HQ trying to ask advice on how to get the rest of the AC heater system out of the car. And unfortunately, his advice is what I feared it would be. Get a hammer and a pry bar and just keep hitting. So apparently that is the method to get all this stuff out. So I'm definitely going to get my workout in today. I was in the depths of the forum trying to find anywhere with like exact advice on how to remove all of this stuff and couldn't really find anything. So yeah, I'm gonna get the biggest pry bar that I can, some safety glasses and hammer, and just go to town. I'm almost to the point where I can take out all of this wiring. It's just stuck behind there. So when that's out, I should be able to pull out this rat's nest right here. And if you noticed, there is something missing right here. I still need that main front bar. completed on this roll cage before we can paint it. So Cricket from Drift HQ is going to come over and probably do this either today or tomorrow before she goes in for paint. I'm just gonna keep chucking along and getting all of this stuff out. I need to finish today. I'm going to finish today. I'm going to believe in myself and get it done. Some other things that have to be finished before the car goes into paint would be this really bad damage that I found here after removing our headlight. This is pretty much completely split, so that big sucks because I'm going to be painting all of this just the same color as the engine bay. But luckily our good friend Josh is going to be stopping by today to fix that. And before we paint everything, I'm also gonna need block off plates made for right there where our AC lines come out. Right here where that filter is, that's gonna be gone as well. So I'll need a block off plate there. Probably where that hose is too. And then we wanna make a block off plate where the wiring's gonna be pushed through the firewall right there and just make a smaller hole so it'll be really tight and a lot safer. So yeah, definitely kind of working against time right now to get all this stuff done in like 48 hours before Randy comes over here and helps me with the painting. I believe in us, we can get it done. So I'm really hoping that these two bolts, one right here and one right here, are the majority of what is holding that whole system, AC and heater system in the car. I'm doubtful that this is the only thing that was connecting it, but hopefully that helps at least, and then I'm just gonna go to town hammering the rest of that out of there. Or what? I think we just need to pick the enforcer for this job.
Round 1, fight! Brutality.
Progress, I think. I literally don't think it's being held in by anything else. I think the dimensions literally just have it wedged in there. Okay, finally. It's actually coming out. It's out!
Well done.
Finally. I'm gonna need a little break. Not as bad as I thought it was gonna be. I definitely thought I'd be here for at least like an hour. And that wasn't more than like 20 minutes. I don't think so, but we're finally out. Man, look how much better this already looks, getting that contraption out of here. So now we should be able to get the rest of our wiring completely out. It's just still connected by some clips up here. So I'm gonna disconnect the rest of those clips, get this rat's nest out of here, and then keep chugging along. We can get this mat out of here now too. It should all be downhill from here. That was the biggest part that I was worried about. car update. Pretty much everything is out now. The whole reason why the brake booster wasn't coming out was because of these two metal clips. It only had two of them on the top one and one of the bottom ones, and then it came right out. But right now I'm still wrestling with this clutch pedal assembly, and it's like seized and still connected to the master over there. So I'm gonna have to keep wrestling with this, and hopefully this comes out. And that's the majority of everything for the inside. There's still wiring that's left in the doors that I need to completely gut and push through here, as well as some wiring that is just up the back there. For the main harness, I just cut it from the front. And then I also need to take out those speakers and double check again for all the wiring in the rear of the car. But all of the hard stuff is done, and this is starting to look like a proper race car now. I am going to be removing this front bar. I should be able to slip it out. And Josh has already made a whole new car. He's already got all of our fiberglass on this side fixed, just doing a couple more layers to sand it down. And then we were looking at the engine bay and thought, you know, why not throw some fiberglass on some of the holes that needed to be covered up. Now Cricket is gonna end up making a block off plate for the really, really big holes, but for some of the small, annoying little ones, Josh is helping us out and taking care of them. It's so weird that it's fiberglass. Josh, how bad was this?
It had a few cracks. This section right here.
That was split too, which I didn't even notice until we started looking at it. This was completely like split there.
Yeah, right here had a crack. So basically I sand everything down, prep it so it can adhere to the fiberglass. I throw some fiberglass layer on top, underneath, and basically I gotta sand down and that's it.
He's the man. You'll have like half of your car missing and you'll just reappear and it'll be all done. He also threw some fiberglass over here because this mounting area was completely like split in half as well. And yeah, he's just gonna finish up plugging some of the holes on the firewall. And I'm gonna figure out how to get this clutch pedal out of here. Just found another hole right there that he's gonna seal up with fiberglass as well. Dang, look at all those Kumo tires. Look at all of them. Dang, I didn't realize I had so many. What the hell? Yeah. You moved all these out?
By myself, girl.
With your little arms? Dang, a girl is stacking those Kumos. Chris moved all of these out of there because we are clearing out that back section to be my tire storage and just like random bulky item storage that is mostly stuff I just don't want in the shop. I want every car to have like its own shelf for parts. That way the parts are actually taking up less space on the floor in the shop. When we start on renovations for the building next door, we're also gonna need a place to put stuff that's out of the way. So this is going to be the future home for tires and other random things. Honestly, I thought this was a lot bigger, but I think we'll make it work.
Yeah, I think it work.
At least it goes back far. There's a good amount of space though. Sean and Marco are finishing taking the cabinets down. I don't need those, but look at all this. All of this trash was in there. The boys been getting this stuff out all day long. You don't want to make decorations out of any of this, Chris? Look, you're an industrial girl. I'm gonna catch
tetanus, girl.
You're an industrial girl with that. I could see that being like a piece in your apartment. Wow.
Like it's the one-hit wonder, baby.
I don't think I got you actually hitting it. What about the rest of that, Sean?
No, that's too out there. Someone else.
Come on, free therapy right there. Alright, so we got this clutch pedal bracket assembly thing here out earlier. It was basically caught right on here. Oh, there it is. It was caught on here, so even when it was turned the right way for this to be able to just slip out, so I could get this bracket out on the other side, it was just grabbing. So just had to wrestle it for a while, and eventually this broke free, and I was able to take this off, which was the very, very last thing underneath the dash that I needed to take out. So we are fully gutted under the dash now, guys. You can see right there, Josh threw on some fiberglass, sealing up that hole and sealing up the other hole right there. I'm gonna be having a plate made for that hole right there where the booster used to be, that hole. And that one is getting a plate. That one will probably get a plate with a smaller hole for the harness. And then that's the hole that our column goes through. But man, she is cleaning up really nicely. Still need to get this bar out of here, but I went through and gutted the doors. Basically just took all the excess wiring out. And I did leave the wiring for the windows in there, because that's going to be rewired separately onto a switch that I'll probably have mounted on our door cards. Arthur from Bell Raceworks actually has a C6 at his shop right now, so he's going to be cutting out some door cards that I've been desperately wanting for this car. I don't think they'll be ready in time by the time we're painting it, but possibly. So that's where I'm going to end up mounting our window switches. Yeah, we are looking good and gutted now. I still have to go in the back of the car, get those speakers out, and trace some wiring. Other than that, I think I'm almost done. I don't believe it, but I think we're getting close. Here's the damage. So there's parts of the dash, parts of the heater, the AC, our big mess of a wiring harness over there. Some parts I'm gonna be keeping. Various dash pieces, pedal assembly, column right there. The mat that was behind on the firewall right there too. It's a little destroyed in here, but she is cleaning it up nice. That is one thing that I do love about the Corvette. There's not a bunch of gross sound deadening everywhere. Like that was a nightmare to deal with in the RH7. And Corvettes like basically come ready to be turned in to a race car. There's almost no sound deadening, and once you actually get the bulky parts off, it doesn't take much prep to get it ready to paint. So that is the good news. I'm going to take the hatch off. I think it's going to make working back here 10 times easier, and it's going to make painting easier as well. You don't have to worry about overspray on the hatch. So that's the game plan. I might actually just take off the fenders and the bumper too, just so we absolutely don't have to worry about anything. Just the more I go, the more I just want to take absolutely as much as I can off or out of here. I haven't updated you guys yet, but right now I've now had a full night's rest where I went to bed, woke up and realized I don't want to paint everything white, mostly because I haven't been 100% set on having the logos be white, and that was going to be the one thing that really tied in the white. The logos on my 3-rotor car are white and the interior is white, and it really looks good all together, but I don't know if I want white logos on here, and neon yellow is my favorite color in the entire world, so why not add more of that. And I think that'll make the inside like really pop, be a color, and same with the engine bay as well. I think that'll add more of it because we have the neon yellow in the front bumper of the car, and that'll bring the neon yellow into the engine bay. So that is the updated and new plan. Neon yellow with a bunch of like prism flake and prism effect. So yeah, the more stuff that I take off, the more areas that I can spray neon yellow. Oh, and I did realize that we're going to have to seal this, both right here, and I'm gonna need to seal up this side for tire smoke and gas and everything getting into the actual cabin. I could see this being an issue. I'm guessing just a plate would be the best, and then maybe some sort of seal around that plate. I was only originally going to take the hatch off, and now we're here. So because I'm going to put quick release on the hatch, like right here on each side, I'm going to get rid of this monstrosity. It actually is pretty heavy, but the only way to get this off is by taking off the rear bumper to access these nuts right here. And then we can get that out because I'm going to be painting behind this. Still have more wiring to clean up. If you come to the front, our fiberglass work is officially completed by Josh. Look at this. This is like a brand new piece of an entire car. He did such a good job. So this is ready for prep for paint. You can see our holes too, where he fiberglassed them closed. Then we got one right there where our clutch came through. For the clutch, I'm just gonna end up routing the line probably through the column hole right there, because that's where the booster used to be, and that's gonna be sealed up as well. And then he got one more hole back there. Oh man, it is looking good. Started off today pretty stressed that I wasn't gonna get enough done for this thing to be painted on Wednesday, but I'd say right now, things are looking great. So for the wiring for the taillights, I'm basically gonna cut off just a few inches where all the lights and connectors go, so that when we redo the lighting onto our chassis harness, it's just easy to reuse the stock stuff and have Chris rewire it. Also gave room too for the electric windows so that this still works and that this can be wired up and still functional into our main chassis harness. I'm just tucking that in there for now. And she's out of there. Alright, so I'm putting Day Jedi on bar duty. He's gonna get this bar out. I've been talking about getting out all day. It's actually gonna happen now. And then also bash bars coming off. So you have our front here. That's coming off so we can paint everything. And look, it's already neon yellow. And the rear one as well. Because why not? I'm just gonna spray literally everything neon yellow. I still have to do all this wiring out in the back here, and then we will pretty much be done. Try the pry bar in the middle now. There's enough room that you can get it. That big one. Hey, opa!
It was a sealer, girl. Look.
Damn. Whatever they used to seal that onto that is like really freaking strong. Just Chris has been hammering that thing. We thought it was like secured down by another bolt.
Damn.
Yeah, we don't need her no more. We don't need it. Add to the pile. And time. We are officially fully gutted, you guys. Wiring, tabs, plastic tabs, every single thing. The front here, even off the windshield wipers off. We are ready. I'm gonna be taping up the subframe, so I'm not worried too much about that. I'm gonna tape it up so we don't paint it, and then put the car in the lift afterwards, drop the subframe, and probably like use Stillet paint on it. Holy crap. This was so much work. Oh, finally. Walk around, check out all the carnage. Those are some pieces that I'm trying to save. More dash, heater, wiring, carnage over here. Things looking good. All right, this is my stopping point for this video. Swept the floors, cleaned all the tools, put them back away because I was borrowing them because no one else is here. And I also cleaned up the inside of the car and vacuumed it as well. Look how clean the inside's looking. So obviously I didn't get to sanding and full paint prep in this video, but now I can start on that first thing tomorrow. Because again, the cage has a bunch of surface rust on it just because it's been raw metal for many months now. I'm just gonna probably take a stock bright pad and go over absolutely everything in the car. Cricut still needs to make the block off plates for in here, so that will be coming up in the next video as well. And also sanding the engine bay and fully prepping it for paint will be coming up next. Josh did such a good job on the fiberglass repair. It is all coming together. The Corvette is 100% gutted. For this video. I've been getting my workout in the last two videos, and like I said, we're still not done. Sanding will at least be less tedious because it's pretty straightforward. One thing to consider though that is very weird about a Corvette is that most of the interior is fiberglass. I mean, heck, the firewall is fiberglass, and most of the back part of the car is fiberglass as well. So I know I'm gonna need to buy a lot of like adhesion promoter. We used that when we were painting the front bumper. So that's gonna be something to mentally just take note of, because I need to make sure I get that before Wednesday. I also found a few more holes in the back that need to be plugged up, so we might throw some fiberglass over those. I'm like 99% sure that I'm set on everything in the interior being neon yellow. Engine bay, interior of the car, best color in the world, neon yellow or chartreuse by House of Color. I think that is the official plan. Let me know what you think about that in the comments below. I'm gonna go clean up, and I will see you guys in the next video.